To be honest, I also hope that all major platforms can cancel the beauty mode function. I think this is not good for social development, and it will set a bad aesthetic standard for our next generation.
Damn, I hate my life. I'm in the Amazon bathroom trying to be quiet about it, but one thing really made me really upset. I saw a girl and a dude playing around, flirting and stuff like that. And it's damn, do I look that motherfucking bad for me not to have nobody flirting with me? Damn. It's half of it, I hate my life. All the dudes flirt with the other girls. Dudes really don't flirt with me, or am I? It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
I'm not here to body shame or make fun of this woman. Apparently she wanted her story out there. That's why she made this social media post. But really the issue that's going on here is that she's just getting a taste of life for average men, or I would dare say above average men, in the age of social media and smartphones. Because now there are a plethora of options that help women enhance not only their options, but just the way that they look to the world. Almost to the point where it's created an environment where so many women are so comfortable saying that most men, as in over half of men, simply aren't good looking. Mostly because we don't really use these features the same way.
And that's the thing about these men on social media is they really are not aware that majority of men are unattractive. That's why your opinion does not matter. Unattractive people cannot tell me anything. I'm sorry. I don't find you attractive. You're balding. Balding people definitely can't tell me anything. If you're balding, your opinion does. I don't care about your opinion.
有些那个人哈就说你们这些女人不都是开了美颜吗？你有本事关了美颜试试。
Some people always say, you women all turn on beauty mode. If you have the guts, then turn off the beauty mode and try. Why should I turn it off? I spent several thousand on a phone and I turn on beauty mode. It does not cost any money, and I am not using your phone to shoot. What does it have to do with you?
We need to stop dating ugly men. We're feeding into their delusion.
And you are always saying that we women turn on beauty mode, turn on filters, turn on face slimming. We are happy to turn them on.
But we got a 10-mile lake out back. Call it Lake Varnell. Yes, catfish are delicious. So what I do is I'd go out back, man. Cast my reel, pull that out, fry it, dye it, lay it to the side, red beans and gravy. I ain't too lazy.
Turning on beauty mode and filters does not cost money. It is not that we cannot afford to turn them on. You do not turn it on and you do not allow others to turn it on?
Why is every pretty girl with a horrible-looking man? I don't understand. Listen, I'm not shaming people for their looks, but I am, though. You give an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world.
I just want to turn on beauty mode. I just want to turn on filters. I just want to turn them on.
All the dudes flirt with the other girls. Dudes really don't flirt with me, or am I? It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
I will turn it on. I will turn it on. I will turn beauty mode up to the highest level.
I know, it's probably because the way I'm shaped. All types of stuff. But I had to go in the bathroom because I was literally about to cry. Nobody flirts with me. And it's sad.
The woman who works at Amazon who made the video about struggling with not being flirted with or desired in her workplace was extremely valid in her feelings, and anybody discrediting that is mean, really. Not only are you mean, you're also delusional.
I want you to hear her argument because it's a one-sided argument. You will not hear her make this argument for all of the men that are supposedly populating the earth because more than half of men are ugly. This is an argument specifically for young women. Listen closely.
She was expressing a very human emotion. It is unfortunate, but I feel like at different times in people's lives, they might be in a room where you're like the last pick. Dating, flirting, relationships, those are very important parts of the human experience. To feel like nothing that you did, just the way you were born, the way you look, means that you are excluded and disqualified from that is so hard. That is a hard pill to swallow. And to express that to us, maybe in hopes of just like getting it out. There's nothing wrong with that. But some of the responses I'm seeing, just like kind of ridiculing her, it's lame. And I would love to see what y'all look like, and I would love to see y'all's roster. That's the thing. People who really get motion, who really be in the field, they never move like that.
A reason why a growing number of men are more and more disillusioned with modern dating is because of the glaring double standard. Everything that this woman said sounds fantastic. Ideally, it should apply to all people. But we already understand that she is speaking only about women. A man is a little ugly in the face. He's not very tall. He doesn't have his money together. He's not in shape. He has a little bit of a gut. Move out of the way, because we want to get to the guys that really matter, because the 80% of men that are ugly, you don't even count. So move out of the way.
Especially if you're a man, I really don't care about your opinion, because most of you all are not attractive at all. Boring, no personality. I wouldn't want to live your life. I wouldn't want to be your girlfriend. Wouldn't want to be your baby mama.
Brothers, let me tell you something very serious. This matter is serious to what extent? It is possible that many streamers will feel like the sky has collapsed when they hear this news. No matter whether it is male streamers or female streamers, you may ask why. Next, I will reveal a piece of news. I say it is extremely likely that our relevant authorities may no longer allow live streams to turn on beauty mode. This is real. The relevant news has already been released. Now, in certain sections of live streaming, it is already not allowed to use beauty mode. It is not ruled out that next all live streaming across the whole internet will not be allowed to turn on beauty mode.
From the Western perspective, it's very difficult to get accurate information on China because it's just not very easy. That said, it does appear that there is a conversation being had about how the smartphones are essentially lying to men. That many young women can use makeup, they can use filters, they can do a variety of different things and essentially go online and show men a presentation of themselves that's just not the truth. And on the other end of the spectrum, if you say the truth in America, you're going to get canceled.
Here's the advice for young single women who want to be married and feel as though they're being passed over. The advice is there are many things that you can do. The chief thing, of course, being trusting the Lord and making the desires of your heart known to the Lord in prayer. God, I eagerly desire to be a wife and a mother. If it be your will, would you send me a husband? That's pivotal. Being in a good local church where there are godly men, asking your father to help, talking to the elders to see if they might know of a single man who might be a compatible suitor. All those things. Here's another piece of advice, and people don't like it. This is the kind of thing that your Benjamin Glaser would lose his ever-loving mind, and everybody, this will probably get clipped out and will go viral all again, right? Run it back, right? 2 for 2. Here's another thing. Lose 20 to 30 pounds.
This is a video of a young lady that's removing filters one by one. And what you can see is that it's not just one filter, it's a series of filters, all of which make you think as the watcher that she's someone that she's not.
Now say hello to Bachelor number 3, Steve Big Bun.
This is another example of, she says, a 58-year-old auntie, and listen to the number of filters that she's removing one by one.
对了，阿姨，关掉美颜，关掉特效，给你们看一下我真实的样子，你喜不喜欢？关掉特效，关掉磨皮，关掉瘦脸，关掉大眼，关掉美白，关掉微笑，关掉瘦颧骨。关掉下颌，关掉瘦鼻，关掉小嘴，关掉口红，关掉白牙，关掉黑眼圈，关掉法令纹。这就是阿姨最真实。
Now, if you asked most middle-aged men if they had a wife that they had been with for 10, 15 years, you had a couple of kids, and this was your wife without any makeup, she would probably be the most beautiful woman in the world to you. Of course, we're not allowed to really think that way anymore because modern times is on something else. But it just is the truth. Most men don't need a lot of makeup. That makeup actually seems to be a detriment to women's own ideas of themselves. Because this woman, she looks fine without all of the filters and makeup and whatnot. But does she believe that is the real problem?
What you cooked today, mama?
I made my extra crispy catfish along with honey hot catfish as you request.
Let's take a quick look at some modern day slavery, if you will.
What you cooked today, mama?
I made my extra crispy catfish along with honey hot catfish as you request. Peach cobbler, cornbread, homemade tartar sauce.
That's homemade right there.
Yep. And
looks like somebody been dipping in this already.
Can y'all?
What else you got here?
Cheesy spaghetti, homemade coleslaw, and homemade potato salad.
It all look good, mama. I appreciate
along
it.
with my crystal hot sauce.
These days, what we saw in this video is akin to modern day slavery if you ask many young ladies. But the smile on this woman's face is real. And the truth of the matter is, if you ask most men, if you have a woman that is happy to be with you, you have children coming back from college and she is excited to the point where she's cooking these kinds of meals, this is probably the most beautiful smile in the world for most men. A woman that you've built a family with, someone that you have a life with that you can be proud of. You have children coming back home, and when you have these moments where everyone comes back together, the smile of I made food that everyone is looking forward to and everyone is excited because we have our family is the kind of catfishing that you really want. I mean, who wouldn't want to sit down to this meal and this smile and enjoy family? Of course, that is not the reality more and more these days, as many young ladies don't see any desire or need at all to appeal to anything that a man is looking for. But it is encouraging to see a conversation, at least someplace on the planet, apparently in China, about what the filters are doing, not just to men looking to these women and then finally meeting them and saying, you're not the person that you portrayed yourself as, but also to these women who spend their 20s and 30s and even into their 40s using these filters and using makeup and using body slimming apps to present themselves as something that they're not. And then when reality actually kicks in, there's no more denying it anymore. And those years that they could have spent with someone who would have appreciated their actual true beauty were taken away and denied to that guy that would have loved them as they are. These apps and these slimming features and these makeup and all of these things are taking away the opportunity for a guy to love this woman as she actually is. And that's the ultimate catfish of all. Not that women are showing a fake profile or a part of them that's not actually real, but the fact that these women are hiding their true beauty from themselves and denying a man the opportunity to love them as they actually are. And I believe that's why, at least in China, they're starting to say, if we don't do something about these young ladies pretending they're something they're not, then they're going to end up in the future by themselves and not giving a man the chance to love them as they are. It would be nice to see the same in America as well. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you next video. Take care, guys.